So hello, welcome back to another video. Today we're doing something a little bit different, or I say different, but what we haven't done in quite a while, and that is a bait fishing session. We're out low tide, we're going to be fishing with tide up into this evening, into darkness. Now I'm with Jay. Just literally just getting the bait out now. I've just got my rod set up, I'll give you a quick little show. So I'm using a heavy duty lure rod. I'll talk to you about that afterwards, and just very simple running ledger rig. And we've got lovely fresh verm bait on there. So first spot, out into the surf, hoping for some bass and gilts or whatever else is in there. So let's get to it. So there we go, first baits are out. We're going to see how we get on at this spot, but we're going to be fishing a few different places today. As I said, into darkness, and hopefully catching some fish along the way. So this is some of the bait we got with us today. This is the vermin here, which me and Jay went out for yesterday. Jay's got a bit of mixed bait in there, some spider peelers, and I've got a bit of squid with me. I'll show you the colour of the water at the moment. Over in Guernsey we've had nothing but gales lately, so check that out. Muddy water, that's why we've gone for the baits today. Get a bit of scent out there and hopefully hook into some fish.
Might have a bit of weed round him maybe. Cal's in. First fish of the day.
I think it's a rat.
Oh, he's spinning, eh? Oh, he's off. Oh well, it's a good start.
So we're just starting to see a little bit of action now. Hooked up on a really small grass. It would have been under a pound, but at least it was a bite. Got it for the rocks here and it popped off. And then I've just had another really good bite, but I've missed it. Not quite sure what it is, but got a fresh bait out there, straight into the same area. Hopefully with the tide flooding in now, we're like just over half an hour into the flood. So we're hoping some fish are going to move in. We're in.
Nice.
That was absolutely mental, wasn't
Instant.
it? I literally just put the rod in the rod rest. He was like, the rod's down.
I was watching it arch over as he was putting it down.
Is it a bass?
Yeah, it's a bass. Nice little schoolie to start.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Well done. That was literally instant. As soon as his lure hit the water, his bait, sorry.
Only a tiny one, but that is mental, isn't it?
Instant. Like chatting away, eh?
Yeah. Alright, buddy.
Hope there's a nice big one around, mate. It's a good sign when they're that quick, eh?
Now that there is what the verm does. As soon as that hit the water, little bass, only a small one, but good start that, isn't it?
Lovely.
Let's get it back.
Nice.
Happy days.
I can see him.
Oh, it's right, yeah.
He'll find his way out.
So as you can see, we're at a different mark now. Wasn't too much happening at the last place, so we've come down to another spot, had a little breather for a bit and a bit of food. We just started fishing. Now I literally just threw a bait out and I couldn't even put the rod in the rod rest and there was a fish on already. Little bass like you've just seen. I've just had another hit as well, but lifted into it and missed, so I'm just going to leave it there for a second and then I'll bring it in and check the bait. But so far it's looking good. Hopefully it's going to be a productive evening.
Oh yeah. There's something on the back of there. It's a basil, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Same size.
Yeah. Do you reckon like 41 centimetre?
Where's is he? Go. Another little bass. We're getting hammered by little finicky bites, aren't we?
Yeah.
But he swallowed this one.
Must be small, a small bass, eh? Pecking at it.
Right, I'm gonna have to get the pliers out for this one, but he should be fine. I'll get him unhooked, get him back.
Sound. Nice. It's a lovely swell at the moment as well, eh?
Yeah.
Picked up nicely.
Nice.
On to some more. Cal's in. Gonna wait for the fish to come up. Keep going, it's a doggy. Yeah. Dogfish. Oh well, new species.
On a light rod, that felt like a decent fish, but
It's such shallow water, eh?
yeah.
Probably in 2 meters of water. Catching doggies.
Come on, mate. Oh. Oh, you well hooked, bloody hell.
Right in the bottom lip as well, though.
There you go.
Bargain.
Dogfish. Another species, but not a bass.
Not the biggie we want. Nice.
So we got another bait, locked and loaded, ready to go. We've been fishing with tide up, just moving along the shoreline as that tide comes in. Now I didn't say earlier, but the rod I'm using tonight is my Samson Longcast 30 to 100 gram. It's actually a heavy lure rod. It's 12 foot long, and on there I've got a Penn Fierce live liner. As you can see there, 20-pound mono, and then just a run and ledger rig. So we're just having a little 10-minute breather. We're going to get baits back in the water and hopefully find a few more fish. So Jay's just had a lovely fish.
There you go, guys.
First one in this area.
Yeah, a little bit bigger.
Straight into the surf, nice.
Around the 3.5 pound mark. Lovely thick fish, super healthy.
Let's hope that's a stamp for the rest of the night. Eh?
Hopefully they get bigger. Hey. Fishingwithcal is back in.
Yeah, it's going now.
Oh, there's some weight there, eh?
Or is it snapped?
Well, a bit of,
Out of the water.
do you reckon a bit of weeds got in there or not? I see him on the surface. That doesn't look bad. He's going mental.
Is it a bass?
Yeah. Is it? Oh no, it's a doggy. Bloody hell, that was going well, eh? Was it a smooth hound? Oh no, it's a doggy. That's a big doggy. That was head nodding like a bass, eh? Wow. Best fight of the night came from a dogfish.
There we go. When the dogfish start biting, it's time to go.
Yeah. Beer o'clock.
Come on, mate.
Always stubborn.
Oh, God. There we go. Angry dogfish.
Woof woof. He's gone. Nice. Another fish down, mate.
Oh, I'm so cold I can't talk. We're kind of coming to the end of our session now. We're both absolutely freezing. We've had, what, 3 or 4 heavy downpours of rain throughout the whole day. Strong wind, we've got absolutely soaked. The fishing's really died off over the last sort of 45 minutes. We've had no bites whatsoever. We've missed a load of small bass throughout the night, but we've had a couple, and Jay's had that nice 3.5 pounder, so all in all it's been worth it. We're giving it one last cast. If we don't get anything else, then thanks very much for watching this video. I'll probably end up doing a cook up, so I'll see you in the kitchen if so. Cheers for watching. So welcome back. It is the next day and I'm in the kitchen. Now obviously, as you can see, it's evening. It's the following day and after our beach session from last night. Now it was a lot of fun. It really was a lot of fun. It was good fun to be out with Jay. As I said earlier in the video, the day before me and Jay went out and we dug some verm. Now, this is kind of back-breaking stuff, and I'm not going to lie, Jay did most of the digging. But we managed to get enough of the session. We were actually quite surprised that it lasted us throughout the evening. Now, obviously when you're using bait like this, if there's fish there, they're going to eat it. It is like bass candy. It is the best bait going, the best bait you can use for bass, gilthead bream, red mullet, any species really. Now, obviously it wasn't a blinding session, but we did have a few fish. We kept ourselves occupied throughout the evening. Jay had a nice 3.5 pounder. I think we weighed it and it weighed we weighed it in kilos and it worked out about 3.4 pound, I think. So a nice fish for him. I just had the 2 little schoolies and a couple of dogfish. Now, obviously I had no intention of keeping any bass whatsoever. And a very fortunate thing happened. When I say fortunate, I mean for myself, because the second bass I caught was a little bit gut hooked, but we got it unhooked very quickly and back into the water. It wasn't out of the water very long whatsoever. However, 30 seconds later, we saw it floating right near our feet. It was gone. It was completely gone. So we grabbed it. Jay ran back to our bags, which our gear was way further up the beach. He had a measure on him because he goes out commercially, so he's got a measure. For anyone who is not aware, the minimum length of a bass in Guernsey and the UK is 42 centimetres. So you cannot keep anything less than that. Now this fish literally was 42 centimetres. It was about 2 mil over. So, I mean, obviously if it was smaller, we would have just thrown it back. Let nature take its course. Something else would have eaten it. It would have gone back into the ecosystem and done its job. So, yeah, quite fortunate that it was in size, so I decided to keep it. I've just whipped the fillets off it, so I've got 2 fillets, and I've literally just cut a tiny piece of the tail off, because what I'm going to do is keep the rest of the fish for myself and my girlfriend tomorrow, and I'm just going to cook a little bit of this bass. Now, another fortunate thing is, 2 nights ago, I made a risotto at home. Now, this includes just sweating down some shallots and garlic, reduce some white wine in it, add your risotto rice, cook it out slowly. There is a video on my channel from about 6 years ago, I think, when I did bass risotto, and it's the exact same method. In this one, I use loads of lemon zest, parmesan, some garden peas, and yeah, that's basically about it. So what I've done, which you have just seen in the video, is made some little arancini balls. I'm going to very simply, very quickly fry these up, deep fry them. I'm going to pan fry the bass. I've just whipped up some sun-dried tomato and some mayonnaise. I've got a few salad leaves there, a little bit of parmesan shavings, and that's going to be it. So everything's worked out perfectly. It's a very quick cook, but yeah, it just adds a little something to the video. So let's get cracking, let's get eating, and then I'm going to go meet Jay and we're going to talk about last night. So yeah, let's eat. Okay, so here I've already got the oil on, heated up. So I've got my frying pan here. I'm going to put that on a high temperature to start with, just to get some warmth in there. Right, then we'll go in with a little bit of olive oil. A little splash like that. Grab a bit of kitchen roll. Just going to brush that around the pan like that. And then very simply, now that this is up to temperature, this is induction, so it heats up very quickly. I'm going to put that little bit of bass in. Just hold it down for a second. Stop it curling up too much. This is really going to take like minutes. So what I will do now is just turn that down 1 notch. And then I'm going to get my arancini balls. I've got 5 of them here, and they go into the oil. Both these things are going to take the same amount of time to cook. So literally these have been in 20 seconds. Got our fish here. These are both going to be ready at the exact same time. So I know this is a bit of a cop out of a cook. I just wanted to film something which is relatively easy, and as I said, I had the risotto left from not last night, the night before, so it makes sure it doesn't go to waste. Little arancini balls as well, going to be packed full of flavour, got that lovely rich parmesan in it, the zestiness of the lemon, goes beautifully with a bit of fish, and just dead easy to make, so it's a no-brainer really. These are going to go a nice golden colour. I blitzed up a few breadcrumbs earlier on. Yeah, looking forward to it. Little snap. With the arancini, again I'm just going to turn that down one notch. The bass I'm not even touching. You don't even have to touch fish. Put it in the pan, skin side down, score the skin to prevent it from curling up too much, and then put a bit of pressure on it when you put it into the hot pan, and then let it just do its thing. Once it starts to cook all the way through, flip it over quickly, turn the heat off, put the pan to the side, and it's ready. I know I've said this multiple times in my videos, but for anyone who's new to the channel, it's worth mentioning again. Just in preparation, get a little plate with a bit of kitchen roll here. And when the arancini balls are ready, I'll take those off and strain them off. I'm going to flip this in about 30 seconds. So I've not had to buy anything to make this. All of this stuff is what I had already. I mean, the fish obviously caught last night. The risotto I made the other day, mayonnaise, sun-dried tomatoes, got that in the cupboard anyway. A few salad leaves. So that bass is definitely not going to waste. And that's how the arancini balls are looking now. That's how the bass is looking. You can see here on the thinner side of it, it's starting to cook through. And it's creeping up the sides here. So quite simply, under the skin like that, back into the middle of the pan. You've got that nice crispiness. That is proper crispy. You could take that off and have a nice fish skin crisp. So we're not going to baste that or anything. We want it to keep it, want it to stay nice and crispy. Sorry. As you've seen, I've just literally flipped that over. What I'm going to do is turn this off, or take it off the heat, and just leave it there for a bit. And these, I'm going to strain now. Oh, look at those. Beautiful. Just going to leave them there to cool down for a second. Now you can probably hear that is slightly ticking away, and that's just the residual heat from the pan cooking it. But if I go like this, look, you can see that flakes. That there is done. Just got a few salad leaves, and then I've got my sun-blushed tomato mayonnaise here. Now I'm not going proper fancy, but I'm just going to put a few blobs of this around the plate. We'll give them a little twist. And then we've got our arancini balls, 5 of them. And then let's not forget the star of the show, the bass in the middle there. We'll have a little bit of greenery to make it look pretty. And then, just to finish, a little bit of parmesan over each one. And that there is ready to go. Bosh. Talk about a 10-minute meal. Oh, I'm just going to go straight in. Now these arancini balls, I don't know if you can see too well, but like I said, you've got loads of lemon zest in there, parmesan already, peas, obviously seasoned with stock, the flavour of the red wine, a bit of that sun-blushed tomato mayonnaise on there, with a little bit of this tail end of bass. God, it's going to be a winner. Oh, there. Absolutely everything you would want in a bite of food. That is banging. These arancini balls, they are just so good. The risotto the other night actually was pretty good as well. I'm a big fan of risotto, but it has to be packed full of flavour, cooked out properly. Once you know how to do it properly, it's super easy. People are put off by it, but it is super easy to do. Look at that. Now I'm having a small portion because keeping the rest of the fish for tomorrow, and also in the fridge I've actually got some fresh made sushi from today from a really nice restaurant over here, which my girlfriend very kindly bought me when she was in town this afternoon. So I'm having double fish tonight, this early supper, and later on I'll smash some sushi. What a winner, an absolute winner. But yeah, if you do want to check out the video from quite a few years ago now, I was out bass fishing, caught a smaller bass, ended up keeping it, and I think I went out the next day or something, cooked it up on the rocks and did bass risotto. So yeah, go check that out. It's on the channel on the Catch and Cook playlist. Demolished within a few minutes. But that was absolutely beautiful. A really quick meal. Couldn't be simpler. Give it a try. If you ever have leftover risotto, definitely give it a go. So, I just want to say thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. It was nice to get out and do a bit of beach fishing again, because it had been months since I've been out and done some bait fishing. With the winter gales and everything like this, we're getting battered at the moment. Even today, it's 60-mile-an-hour gusts. Tomorrow it drops to about 50, I think, 45, 50. It dies down for a day or two and then it whips up again, and it's just been constant. Ever since the start of December, the weather over here has been terrible. So it's very difficult to get out. It's very difficult to plan certain days of fishing, on days off and everything. Sometimes it's really tiny tides and you're just limited to what you can do. But it's very nice to get out. Hopefully we're going to get some more windows in the weather and get out and catch some more fish. In the meantime, thank you once again for watching this video. I thoroughly appreciate it. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one.